Welcome back to the Prairie Dawgs podcast. We actually technically do not know what episode this is because it's coming from the vault.
Mm-hmm. This is the vault. This is a vaulted episode. We're not here this week. We're out of the country.
Could be dead. We literally don't know. It would be crazy if we have to drop this episode because one of us died.
This is the memorial episode for me and TK. We died in the exact same week.
Yep.
In different locations.
Hi, I'm Tyler Katowski.
I'm Tyler Penner. This week, a very special guest, our producer, one of the fundamental members of the Prairie Dawgs team, Tim Gray, in the house.
What's up, everybody? I don't want to say a big hello to the Prairie Dog Nation. I want to say a big thank you to the Prairie Dog Nation for being with us from day one, for getting T-Pain out of prison. Those three times, you really rallied behind Free T-Pain.
Free T-Pain.
The music industry got confused by that.
I can't believe I beat those charges, and it's because of you guys. There's no way I did it.
Charges and the allegations. Beat the charges, not the allegations.
Yeah, no, everyone knows I did it.
Judge. You beat the judge.
I beat off in court. Dude, nonstop beatings.
You name it, you beat it.
First guy to ever crack the judge's head open like a watermelon with his own gavel.
Lawyers, they're just impressed.
Yeah,
like, damn, dude, this guy's a badass.
Put their sunglasses down. Whoa, nice. Fuck, dude. Surf's up.
Look at all that judge brain.
Anyways, I'm really happy to be here. Yeah, this is an emergency contingency episode. As people in Prairie Dogs Nation already know, the dogs are constantly under threat from sleeper agents from different podcasts across Canada that are trying to take the dogs down.
Leroy have sent me anthrax 3 different times.
Yeah.
Fuck, bud.
I can't open my mail anymore.
And all 3 times we snorted it, and it did nothing. So it's weak-ass anthrax.
I'm impervious.
Too strong.
Yep. But yeah, it's just good to have an emergency one in the can in case we need to go into the bunker.
Yeah, and this is it.
Yeah.
And we will be going into the bunker this ties in nicely with this week's episode. Every year we do the John B Duff Memorial Golf Tournament.
That's right.
It's coming up.
That's right.
And why do we memorial him?
Because he's dead.
He's got to be.
Yeah.
John B Duff is dead. Or you need to accept that.
That's the thing. If you are finding out now,
Spoiler alert.
crazy.
Holy
Sorry.
shit.
If you're just finding out now.
Yeah.
Maybe you've changed personas 3 or 4 times since the service, and this is your first time finding out as your new person.
Maybe they just got out of a bunker themselves.
There you go.
Possibly.
Maybe the end of the world or Coney 2012, whatever it was happening.
Oh, man.
They emerged out, and the first thing they thought was, I got to go talk to my buddy John B Duff.
Well, the B actually stands for bunker.
John Bunker. Hey, what does the B stand for?
Oh, I do know this. I've forgotten this detail. It wasn't like that. I'm sure the internet has it. It's got to be on there.
ChatGPT knows a lot about John B Duff, surprisingly.
Wow. Really?
Bremner?
That's right.
Dude.
What?
Yeah.
Bremner?
Bremner.
Why
Bremner.
were we not calling him Bremner this
That is
whole
a good.
time?
That is a good. Not as good as Bunker, obviously.
Yeah, I like Bunker.
There are some conspiracy theorists who believe John B. Duff is still alive and he goes by Bremner and he's living in Tulsa.
He goes by Brian Posehn. He's just here. A fun side story. First time I came to Odd Block Comedy Festival just to like check it out, a creation of Duff's that we'll talk about in a moment. And I saw him there and I texted one of my friends and I was like, dude, Brian Posehn is here. And I found out it was not. Well, yeah, it was just Duff.
Yeah,
So-
it was just Duff.
You would get that almost every day.
And then a final side note, Coney is still alive.
Coney's still alive.
As far as we know, yeah, born in 61. So he is, an old man
Joseph
now. But
Coney. He's still going.
42 children.
Wow.
He's just dumping them indiscriminately.
Coney's
he's got an army of children.
By 2017, still at large, but his
Lodi
force
Coney
was reported to have shrunk to approximately 100 soldiers. He had 3,000 at one point.
3,000 kids?
Yeah, soldiers. Well, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
child
both
soldiers. Okay.
synonymous in this case. Yeah,
Right.
Good for him.
Oh, that's where Papa G's from.
Hey, get in the comments.
What are the odds?
Papa G.
He's a child of Coney.
But get in the comments if you're Coney. Oh, no.
But yeah, John B. Duff, rest in peace, my friend.
Rest in
We
peace.
love you wherever you are. I like to imagine that you can evoke the spirit of a dead friend. You can you can bring about their
Here he is.
through their memory. Yeah, so I have that. That's my butt plug. If you want to see it, you got to go to the YouTube channel.
And when would you invoke the spirit of John B. Duff? For
Usually
instance?
when I got like a real nasty bit of diarrhea or
Okay.
something like that. I'm on the toilet. It's a bad situation. Like it would be inappropriate to invite a friend into that moment, that's when I try to invoke.
Sure. Sure. And maybe a silly question for this point of the podcast, and not at all related, but did we start the podcast?
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
good.
the podcast.
Yeah, it's recording.
Perfect. Maybe a little nervous.
That's what I say when I'm on the toilet. I'm
Get
like,
in the
I got a
comments.
case of the Duffs. Oh, God.
Because, John B Duff, he had
John B. Duff.
cancer 5 times.
which is too many, in my opinion.
Yes.
At that point, you got to stop having it.
Yeah.
Which he did.
He beat it 5 times, and the last time, I like to say, he beat it to death.
Took cancer down with him.
Yeah.
In a twist, much like the movie The Mist, the day after he died, they found the cure.
And he was inside his butthole this whole
It
time.
was inside his ass.
Yeah, he. Of course, I one of my first funny jokes was a roast that Duff was also involved in, and so too was our friend Andy Noble. And I said, "This is Andy Noble, regular host at Rumors, and this is John B. Duff, regular host of Tumors." So, pretty good.
That's a clean joke.
That's a great one.
No
No
fat.
fat.
No fat.
No fat. Ooh.
Clean.
Protein joke.
You got him. Oh my God. He did, remember when he did my roast, my like champagne roast at Johnny's when I was about 29, and he was all nervous about like roasting people. And he was known to be like a dark, one of my favorite things about John B. Duff, because he sort of started the alternative comedy scene in Winnipeg, alternative to like the club had like a once a month
Alternative
Mondays
to
at the
Jason
time.
Beck.
Yeah.
It was the only place you could see comedy that was not just Jason Beck running the same 20 into the ground.
Exactly. And so he started running shows at the Cavern, and then he ran shows at the King's Head. And like the peak of it all, he had like this Sunday open mic at the Cavern. And the Cavern was like, if you don't know, was this like stone basement nasty pub with the sound guy who was losing his hearing.
Yeah.
And every time the sound guy would always be there like 10 minutes before the show was supposed to start.
Yeah.
And he'd like plug something and wow, and he'd turn the music on like James his name was James. His name is James Brown. I don't think he's changed it, and he's definitely still alive.
Yeah.
Be alive in power.
He feels bad.
Just crank
Come on, because
And
James
then
Brown. It's pretty funny.
Sometimes, there'd be like 3 or 4 people there. People would show up late. It would be like full by maybe 9:45.
Yeah.
And John would go up for like 20 minutes and just do crowd work with 6 people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he could get really personal. Like he could get you to get your guard down a little bit.
Yeah.
It was so great. There's a fun clip on YouTube if you're not familiar with his act that I found on his computer along with a bunch of Garfield hentai that I put there.
My boy.
Yeah, he had one of those cats that you see at the Chinese restaurant. You know, those things at the till? But it was just Garfield.
Jerk it off, Odie.
When he touched his hand, he jacked off. Yeah, it says much of what you're saying is like, we call him the godfather of Winnipeg comedy.
Yeah,
we call him that.
yeah.
So now ChatGPT knows that.
Oh, great.
So it knows quite a bit about
There's
him.
been news articles about that and whatnot.
Which is nice. Yeah,
Court cases about that.
it does. It says a lot about.
The Queen versus John B. Duff.
It says some things that are funnier. It says celebrated as a generous mentor, he guided newcomers, gave honest practical advice, and supported growth beyond his performances.
John B. Duff wrote that from Beyond the Grave. That's a Duff
He is
bio.
up there.
Open mic participants recall his integrity and tough love approach. Quote, "Smart comics get there early," he'd insist.
That's pretty good, actually.
bad.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But then the second part of the quote it misses is that it says, "All right, so you get 1 minute."
Yeah.
He did say that to me because I would get there late all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry, Duff, I'd get it. And he liked me, so he would put me up. But one time he did. He's like, listen, I'm going to put you up, but respect the process, okay? Get here on time, sign up, and then I know you don't like it, but sit down and talk with other people. That's how we do it. And I was like, all right, fine. And then I did that, and we made friends. But he was good, and he was a good person to have at the Cavern because
Absolutely.
he would tell you if you sucked or if you mailed it in or if you
Absolutely.
did some stupid shit. And we say this a lot of the time in the thread. No one's fucking doing that anymore. No one's keeping these little
I was literally
Yeah.
just going to say that.
Criticism is so hard to give
Yeah.
to people, to receive. And I mean, criticism means that you care,
Yeah.
now
So
people,
even if you're like, I disagree with it, just take it as like, oh shit, you paid attention. That's sweet.
You give a shit.
You
Dude,
give
what
a
I'm
shit.
doing?
Yeah, because
It's
he
so
really,
funny
really gave a shit.
that the attitude is just different, I think, because I had that attitude. You'd see Duff around and he'd say something about your set and you'd be like, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'll try that. Or like, even if you're like, that's a stupid thing, I'm not going to try it. You'd go, thanks, man. I appreciate you watching my set.
Yeah.
And then now people are so defensive, or they've been told that no one's looking out for them and everyone hates them. So you give advice and they're like, well, that's mean, or he's not this or that. And you're like, well, fine, I won't even give you fucking advice then. I don't care.
No shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Do you? Go bomb. I don't care.
Because there's all these fucking, bird ladies in everyone's ear being like, they're demons, they're demons. And it's like, you have an active court case.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, totally. You have sanctions by the government of Canada.
I
This
talking
isn't
you.
Christmas. Get that Carol out of here. You know? But yeah, no, one of my favorite, because he would be over the top with it too. Like he wasn't perfectly balanced in his criticism. Keener, who owns Keener's jerseys, and
Shout out
was
Keener.
one of my favorite comics. Like he was so just creative and silly and
Keener's
good
that classic
writing.
guy when people are like, oh, my favorite comedian, the funniest guy, doesn't even do comedy anymore.
That's
Keener.
Totally. That is
Now,
Keener.
now he makes jerseys for half the teams in the NHL.
Yeah, now he's got $1 million business going.
I keep telling him, give up that jersey dream, Keener. Get back to comedy.
Dude,
I got a
buddy.
club now. But yeah, Keener told me he found out, I think it was like maybe a newspaper clipping, the initial iteration of the Cavern open mic. And when it first started, it was like punk bands and then open mic comedy. And there's maybe 5 people that would do it. And John would do a thing where he would take a pint glass, he would find the seam in it, and he would smash it over his head to like start the show to get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure everyone loved, cleaning up glass every week from this guy.
No, that trick persists to this day. I heard Larry Ray did that at Yuck Yucks recently. The old Duff trick where
The
he
old
smashed,
Duff trick.
I heard he
Smashed a bunch of
smashed the
glass.
glass to
And then
start
you
the
go,
show.
ta-da. And then everyone's having a real good time.
But
So
yeah,
Duff's legacy lives on.
Keener went up. He did well. These jokes that he wrote or whatever, he got some laughs. I forget. There was one joke that from his first set that he did. That's how good he was. He was funny. That joke continued on being funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Duff was like, I guess he got upset that he did it as well as he did on his first time. He's like, you must have stolen these jokes. That's what he thought in his head. And he like tracks down Keener's number. Like he had to look it up in a phone book. He had to he found his number and he called him and he's like, did you steal that joke from someone?
Yeah. First interaction of all time.
First interaction of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. So who'd you steal that joke from?
Yeah. Because
Oh,
another
please.
like background Duff thing is he used to be a moderator for a chat.
Like comedy.
It was like
Garfield
all
hentai.
things comedy, like not that, but it was like I forget what it was. It was some popular stand-up comedy forum.
Forums used to be like,
Yeah, message
Yeah.
boards,
Yeah.
big time.
So he has like a personal relationship with Kyle Kinane and Patton Oswald, and I saw Ron Funches at JFL in Toronto, and Duff came up, and we were sharing Duff stories because they played video games together all the time.
Oh.
we played Red Dead with Funches once.
Yeah.
Someone sent a message and they're like, Duff's on right now with Ron Funches. You got to get online.
So
So we
when
like
you-
all log on. It's so embarrassing because Duff's Red Dead character is just this massive black lady. So you get on, you're like, there's Ron. And you're like, then Duff's voice. Hey guys. I'm over here.
Yeah. But anyways, so he's always just a big ass nerd about it, and he
He was a big comedy nerd.
yeah.
Yeah.
says
I
he-
also heard back in the day, sorry to cut you off, but
No, it's all good.
back in the day, he lived for a while in Vancouver or
Yeah.
Portland, something. He told me he was dropping acid like every day.
Yeah.
He was selling mushrooms and acid out there.
Pure like shit punk.
Yeah.
Like Gene everything, knuckle scraped. Like
Just real. He was a real one.
he was like an Anthony Bourdain, like working a kitchen, pissed off, doing drugs.
Yep.
He gave me some acid that he brought back when he moved from Vancouver to back to Winnipeg, and he said he had it for like 10 years, and he gave it to me, and I had a couple nice nights watching Monty Python and just tripping my
Aged
balls
acid.
out. Yeah,
That's nice.
aged acid. Yeah.
It says he packed lunches for friends.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not true. He ever pack a lunch for you?
How is this information online?
He loved to make food for people. That's
Well,
for damn
that
sure.
is true.
He
That is
loved
true.
Loved to make
feeding
food.
people.
He was a great host.
Yeah.
Whenever you came over, he was super
Big
friendly,
hug.
big hug.
And he smelled good.
He always smelled fantastic. He had Swiss Army cologne.
He
went heavy on it. It was great. But yeah, he would make food and he would whip up some things. Some things tasted like shit, but some things were next level good. And be like, Duff, this is, you are a chef.
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I was selling him dabs before he died, and I insist they did not cause it.
No, they didn't.
My favorite thing that happened before he passed away is because his obviously brain cancer, so his brain was acting oddly.
Yeah.
And he would just like send squirrel gifts to everyone.
That's right.
And then to see some people specifically be like, it was so funny before he died. He would always send me squirrel gifts. It's like, yeah, he sent those to everyone, bitch.
Yeah, no,
Those weren't just for you.
He was mentally losing it. Yeah, he was. He kind of had in the wheelchair. It was kind of sad toward the end seeing him degrade like that,
Losing his power like that.
And he was getting pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Because he said he was just trapped in this wheelchair the whole time.
Yeah.
And then one time me and Keener and coach, the old ball coach, went up to the hospital he was staying at.
Yeah, to borrow some money.
Yeah, exactly. We go up there. I think I was buying Percocet off of him, to be honest with you. Trust me, he had
he was moving perks like crazy.
I was buying all his pain meds. It was incredible. But we went up there, and the hospital he was staying at was like fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It was a
Oh my God.
It was a nut house.
Yeah.
But we went up there.
Poseidon?
That's right, on Grant or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
Who books
crazy.
that?
What's that?
Who books that?
Laura.
I think Marvel.
But he's trapped in the chair, and he starts
Aquaman, sorry.
Yeah, Aquaman.
he starts talking about how he's just confined to this chair, and then he like breaks down kind of crying, and I go over there and I kind of soothe him or whatever, and then he starts telling the story about how last time Keener was there and Duff had kind of done the same thing, had broken down crying, and Keener was just standing there staring at him. and then Duff kind of like stops crying. He's like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Like, everyone else comes and consoles me. You just stood there. I'm here weeping." And Keener's like, "Oh, sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Are you done?" Great Keener moment.
He drapes a jersey on him.
Yeah, he's like, "All right."
Aquaman's DC though.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, damn.
Speaking of Aquaman,
Cares?
I remember maybe one of Duff's last sets, I guess, with at Odd Block when he had Kananen and
Yeah, that was like a fundraiser.
yeah, like the final version of
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, Kyle Kananen was in town and Duff was opening for him.
Yeah.
And they and Duff comes out, gets rolled out, and he opens with saw Aquaman recently, and then people laughed, and he goes, "Why is that funny?" Because I'm in a wheelchair. He just would not accept the free laughter. I'm like, why is that funny, you idiots? Like, it's not funny that I saw Aquaman recently.
It is funny that that's what you want to talk about.
Yeah. Honestly, that's refreshing though too. To be like, instead of coming up and being like, well, this is the end of the road, and here's my jokes about, for my fucking put me on Ellen or whatever. It's just like, no, I got a joke about Aquaman.
He's still just trying to riff.
Yeah.
He's still riffing.
Yeah, he was still working on jokes right up to the end there.
We had some good meetouts. Meetouts?
Yeah, we went every Saturday.
pulled our meat out.
basically.
Garbanzos.
We pulled our meat out in Garbanzos.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Eat our meat and garbanzos, and he was already in the wheelchair. He was losing his mind. He was covered in ranch sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And still pulled out one of the great jokes when we were talking about the Humboldt tragedy.
Oh, man, yeah. It was
And not to
tragic.
joke about that, but like we were talking about, like, man, they're definitely going to turn this into a movie, and we're gonna like, well, who's going to play the truck driver? It's like probably Russell Peters.
Yeah.
And then Duff said, "Oh, sounds like 16 kids going to get to hurt her real bad." Legendary.
That's good stuff.
Still got it. That's
It was
a good joke.
It was quick.
He was quick, and he was like losing his brain.
Yeah. I remember he had called me to pick him up to go to the hospital for some tests, and I picked him up from his apartment. He ended up staying. That Poseidon place was by his old apartment off Taylor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was so funny. He was so shiesty with the pay from Odd Block. Like it was just like never clear. Like just say we're not going to get paid or whatever, you know. Just
that guy had a freezer full of beef from his payment on that. Every comic was taking runs at him.
And it was like he'd come to an open mic and hand out envelopes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could have just given me the 20.
Like he's your uncle for Christmas.
Yeah. Like, don't open it now. Don't open it now. Open it later. Or like, I think John Wilson said he had to go to John's apartment and he lived on like the 8th or 10th floor with a balcony, and he put it the 20 in an envelope with like a toonie or something to
a battery.
A battery. Yeah. Then threw it down into the parking lot.
He knew what was going on. He wanted no contact.
He threw it off the balcony to avoid.
Those Odd Blocks, that was a really good time. We all got stiffed on the pay.
Amazing.
Yeah, we could talk about Odd Block just generally. We mentioned Odd Block in passing, but Odd Block was a festival that John created in conjunction with, I guess, Eric Mausden?
Eric Mausden and the Park Theater.
Kevin Mausden,
Eric Castleman.
Eric Castleman.
I combined them, I apologize. And the Park Theater, and it was like a block. It was exactly that, a block party.
It was a block party.
Yeah.
There were shows at
South Osborne.
Vera Pizza.
There's a little pizza joint right on the corner. It fits like 12 people. You hosted a show there every night. It was sold out. Tyler Penner's Pizza Party.
Oh, man. Chris Locke doing 15 minutes in front of 12 people in a pizza shop.
Eddie Pepitone.
Eddie Pepitone.
Yeah.
A lot of comics that would later...
James Adomian.
Caperland.
Todd fucking Glass.
Nick Nemiroff.
Sarah Hennessy.
Yeah.
Nick Nemiroff. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys that later... Were like,
Jackie Cation.
Nick Thune.
Man,
Jackie Cation.
I saw Jackie Cation working on a joke in the bowling alley. They had like an open mic running continuously in Park Alley's bowling alley. It was so sweet. She's working on this joke, and it's like my favorite dark joke where she's talking about her dad, how her dad pulled an Irish goodbye, died in a drunk driving accident.
Odd Block was awesome because if you're both a comedian, I imagine, and a comedy fan, almost especially.
Yeah.
Because you go and you see like, oh, I'm going to go to the open mic, and then I'm going to go next door and see this theme show, and then I'm going to go see someone headline at the end of the night for, and the special guests that are going to pop in are also going to be crazy.
It's going to be insane.
Ron Lynch.
Who's
like, I just saw on Facebook today, he's at Bob's Burgers recording voiceover for
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
The show.
So funny. I remember watching Eddie Pepitone closing out the Crapshoot show where he just draws the next performer from a bucket or whatever.
Yeah.
And he hosts the show mostly by walking through the audience and doing stuff with the crowd.
Yeah.
And Eddie Pepitone's like closing out the show, and then James Adomian comes in doing a perfect Eddie Pepitone impression, and he's playing Eddie Pepitone's brother. And so he's at the back of the Park Theater, and Eddie Pepitone's like walking in through the crowd, and they're arguing across the audience. It's all improvised, but it was just unbelievably funny. And then there's this long pause, and Ron Lynch is on stage, and he just goes, anyways. Just the perfect timing with that.
Odd Block was fucking dope, dude, man. That was a great comedy fest.
And I don't know.
What's her name from My Favorite Murder? Was here. Look it up. Hurry quick.
You don't think I will? I will.
Karen Kilgariff.
Yes.
Karen Kilgariff singing songs and being hilarious. She was a writer for Conan at the time.
Chris Kubis?
Yeah. Sam J.
Sam J was here.
Chris Fairbanks. Yeah.
It's just sick.
So many great
man.
Yeah.
Todd Glass was super funny. And not only that, but like
Graham Clark.
Graham Clark. You're hanging outside the Park Theater and you're literally talking with Todd Glass.
Yeah.
And then some Winnipeg goober comes and ruins your conversation, completely interrupts it.
I have a
because
script for you.
Have no social skills.
I have a script for you, Todd Glass. In this script, you play Todd Glass.
Yeah.
Repairman.
Yeah. Hi, cool. I'm part of this conversation now. Okay, cool. Maybe give it 2 minutes. I'll walk away. Jesus Christ, people. Sharpen up.
Also, at that point, and still somewhat to some degree, the Comedy Fest, Winnipeg Comedy Fest, that is, was not like involving locals in that way.
Yeah.
How so? What do you mean?
Just, I mean, he was
them
giving
their
you
own
opportunities
show
to
with your name on it.
and you're opening directly for headliners. You're
Dude.
working with
Oh, yeah,
headliners in a
yeah,
way
yeah.
that you don't get to
And I got to
anywhere
do-
else really in the city at the time.
Honestly.
Didn't I? I got to. Did I do the idiot show, or I was going to do the idiot show
Oh, if I had to book it, I would.
in
I'd put you on
Oddblock?
it.
And then somebody wrote in and complained, saying "idiot" is a derogatory term.
You're like, yeah, my bad. I'm retarded.
Yeah, I'm a fucking retard. You're right. We need an actual idiot.
It's called the fucking retard show instead.
Yeah,
Busted.
it's Tim Gray's fucking retard show.
Yeah, sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah, come to Tyler Penner's gay pizza party. It's fun. It's gay as hell, and he's also retarded.
Tyler Penner's Pizza Gate party.
It's Pizzagate party.
Children get in free.
Yeah.
Children
It's
get
actually-
out for $20,000.
It was 18 plus. No, it's 18 minus. It's actually have to be under.
Oh my god! But yeah, anyways, Oddblock was great.
Block was great. Shout out Vera Pizza, man, because those pizza party shows, they were actually sick. Like it was
What's the name of that Italian restaurant? That Bellissimo or something? Or
Montecchio.
Montecchio, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember doing sketches in there, and sketches are like scenes, you know. I'm
Yeah.
doing scenes in an Italian restaurant. I'm like, what is this, a Billy Joel album?
So if you don't know Billy Joel, basically he's got an album.
James Adomian at the pizza party show. He did his whole set from outside.
Oh.
Or was that?
That's right,
was
yeah.
that James Adomian? Someone did it from outside on their phone or something.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Brendan Walsh.
yeah, okay.
Brendan Walsh did that as well.
Yeah.
One time, Jimmy Skinner did that at
think Jimmy's
Rumors
still
because he wasn't vaccinated. I think. Or no, it was Emmanuel. Maybe Emmanuel did it from outside because he wasn't.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way,
Emmanuel
It was
wasn't
hilarious.
He wasn't vaccinated for a while.
Jimmy called him boy. And we were like, whoa, that's not a roast.
He's up now, Jimmy. Jimmy, no.
That was goated. The era coming out of the pandemic was some of the craziest comedy.
Yeah.
But
my
again,
gosh.
getting back to Duff, I
Yeah.
mean, I had to float. My bill at Vera was so high. They actually gave me a break because all the comics came in. You had these big out of towners.
Right.
I had to float all the drinks. There was no drink budget. There's no drink tickets. It was a bare bones comedy operation. Every time I did Oddblock, that weekend cost
No
me
support.
$400 or $500.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. We're still
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
exactly.
It was
You
like
know?
summer because I was just starting. My first open mic was literally at Oddblock.
Yeah.
At the open mic at the bowling alley. And so I show up, I'm like, dude, comedy's the best.
Yeah,
This
no
is
kidding.
unbelievable. This guy's walking back and forth. Nick Thune's stealing hot sauce from the taco joint. He's
Yeah.
telling us about it. It's fun. It's like you feel like you're part of something special.
Yeah.
Because these are sets these guys also, like for them, they're like, it's fun, but it's also like low stakes because it's fun.
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
I'll do my set from outside. I'll come in, I'll steal the hot. Like it's so
Yeah.
much fun. And then you keep
in the
doing comedy
bookstore,
for a
too.
month and you're like,
Yeah.
where'd the fun go?
Yeah.
Where'd the fun? You don't realize that
Yeah.
like, oh, Oddblock was the fun. I thought
Yeah.
Was the fun. There was
Yeah.
no like
Oh, it
Really-
can be that, but it's not usually.
it's not usually
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
There was no kind of that industry bullshit. It really was like Duff described it as it's a wine party. You bring your own wine. The wine is your comedy. That was just a long way around saying I'm not going to pay you,
Which is fine. If
which
you
is
just
fine.
say
okay,
that.
but how do I drink the other wine?
Yeah.
You'd understand.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna get $50 per show.
was
Everyone's like,
so
sounds
cool.
good, Duff. And then he's like, yeah, the whole weekend was the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I did 9 sets and hosted 5 of them. He's like, here's your 50. I'm like, Duff, you better make me some goddamn watermelon feta salad to make up for this.
But it was sweet to be able to do those shows with those fucking people. I remember, I think the first year, yeah, some things were just like dropped. They were put them up in the Alt Hotel, and there was kind of a late party in the Alt Hotel in one of the rooms, like the shared rooms, but there was like no food, no nothing. And then
Yeah.
James Adomian goes and orders a shitload of Dominoes delivered and caters this
Yeah.
party, and then
That was
just
cool.
pieces off to bed. I was like, wow, that's a cool move.
Yeah. And then also at the Alt Hotel for the after party, we walk in and area man Paul Little is sitting there, and now we're listening to fucking Sarah McLachlan at the after party.
Sarah McLachlan.
Or I don't know if it was Sarah. It was like
Sarah Harmer.
It was like the Weakerthans. Which hey, no shade on the Weakerthans,
sure, but after party.
It's an after party.
Not.
Let's get the beats going here.
That's the energy I used to bring to like working in a retail store, and instead of playing music that suited the vibe of the store, I'd be like, "This is the music I like. Does that impress anyone?"
Noise.
Yeah. Dude, listen to these fucking blast beats. Everyone's like, dude, can we just put on something safe but fun?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah.
I think it speaks to the vibe he created at Odd Block, where people were willing to like not get paid very much, or lose money, or like put money back into the thing in order for it to be fun.
Yeah.
Because nowadays there's no one that people like enough that they would be like, "Oh yeah, thanks for that $50
Yeah.
for my 10 shows."
Yeah.
That's
100%.
good. That's good enough. Sort of thing.
That's good enough. That was fun enough. That's fine.
Trying to put some Duff spirit into this little venue here, Lucy's Comedy Club. I keep talking about the greater good.
Yeah, well,
Greater good, you know.
I've heard multiple comics, me in that cat, saying that
Say
this
otherwise?
is pretty,
Fuck.
saying that this is extremely gay. No, no, but these are like
extreme.
They're still rollerblading, but they're doing tricks. That's extreme gay.
they're snowboarding, but they're
Roller derby, is that what that is?
no, but this place is kind of bringing back the old cavern vibes, where it's fuck around time.
Right.
We're having fun, and we're it's kind of like
pushy, little Yeah, I want it to be a little bit competitive. I want it to eventually be a place people are like, fuck, I hope I get that Friday spot there or whatever. And if they do, they rise to the occasion. It's always so sweet to see that. I remember doing a showcase or two ago, Winnipeg Comedy Showcase at the Park Theater, the Jared Story Show, great event in Winnipeg.
Yeah,
here.
the Winnipeg Jared Story Comedy Showcase at the Park Theater quarterly.
That's right, quarterly. It's called.
Yeah, the annual quarterly.
Drop it's called.
Because then people have to say it's called the quarterly Jared Story quarterly
bi-weekly annual quarterly.
Yeah. But there was like a new comic on the showcase, and I just remember seeing him like in a new shirt.
Hell yeah.
And just like,
that's the shit.
Excited.
Did he do good?
He did so good.
Oh, you can say who it is then.
Evan Lowe's.
Okay.
Evan Lowe's. Evan Lowe's. Shout out Evan Lowe's.
So funny you say he did a great
Lowe's.
job and how excited he was, and then just not say who it
Yeah,
was.
so
No,
right.
dude,
Like-
he killed. You wouldn't believe the set he had. So anyway,
Yeah, after a set, he said it was his first time, and I'm just like, man, he's got all that like beginning of comedy energy,
Yeah, man.
you know,
And should
of
be told-
like rising to that occasion as well.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like working on his jokes, having his jokes written and ready and tried out. He's not just like leaning on charm or whatever I do.
Yeah.
and then he respects the opportunity.
Yeah,
respects.
yeah,
he knows
yeah.
what it is and
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
well.
So
And
it's
you're
just
in a
good to
theater
have
now.
those benchmarks. Like John B Duff had that with the King's Head when I first started. That was like the place to be. Was once a month, shits and giggles.
Yep.
On a Tuesday night, and
100%.
at its peak, it was like 80 to 100 people, and you really wanted to get on there. And I remember seeing a lot of great sets there, like Dan Glasswick back in the day. Andrew Lazat,
Mel Silverback. I remember seeing Mel Silverback when he was just a chimp. Just a small little, he wasn't even a full blown gorilla.
No.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, you are kind of doing that here with like Greener has that bucket show where the newbies come up.
Yeah.
They're not guaranteed a spot, but they might get pulled. And then you see guys. Shout out Darren Springer, Evan Lowe's, Milan coming through. Not guaranteed stage time, but hey, they're gonna let's fuck around and let's do it.
Yeah.
That's what it should be, because at the Cavern,
Yeah.
dude, we'd be there on a Sunday night, sometimes till midnight, trying to get 1 minute of stand up.
Yeah.
And you know what I like? That's on like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because it used to be even like when I started doing comedy, I would be out Wednesday, Thursday, and then maybe like Friday, Saturday if there were shows or mics until like 1 in the morning. And you're like, this isn't. You shouldn't have to do this in order to do comedy.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have to be out because some people can't.
Some people can't.
Like it's not reasonable.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. It destroys your body.
Oh man, and we were getting hammered on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
It was not healthy.
No.
I mean, and Duff died.
Jameson. He was always like, you did well if he got you a Jameson shot.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Getting the Duff
and
Jamie.
you get that little smile, that little look. Also, Duff was really good at like close-up magic.
Yeah.
And if he had enough drinks, he would pull out a deck of cards and impress 3 people in a circle.
Yeah, totally. Kill the vibes.
I love it. No one's doing close-up magic anymore. You get called a pedophile, but rightfully so. Rightfully so.
We recently we had the annual, used to be extremely annual, now semi-annual, Keener barbecue. Our buddy Keener, his parents, Brandy?
That's
Brandy
like
and Jacoby.
showbiz name.
Brandy and Zion.
Mount Zion.
Brian and
Zion
Sandy
in disguise.
Doherty. Brian and Sandy Doherty throw on awesome comics
Rager.
barbecue.
Yeah.
And they always pull it to stops.
Feed all the comics.
Totally. And we were trading Duff stories there. My one Duff story at the barbecue was Duff. He brought this salad and he was going to do a big speech. And this is like maybe a couple of months before he died. But he was like, guys, just want to, thank you, Brian, Sandy, for inviting everybody. You guys are great. Sandy, everyone knows you can be a bit of a the sweetest 6-year-old lady, and everybody, all the comics, nobody laughed. Everyone was like, oh, Duff, Duff, that's no. And it bombed so spectacularly.
That is crazy.
Fucking Duff, you're the man.
That's so funny.
It just bombed at a barbecue toast.
I'll bet you Sandy thought it was funny though, because Sandy has a sense of humor like that. I mean, I was doing renovations or helping them with some handyman shit.
Yeah.
And Sandy works at her son's Jersey place, and every time she would go off to work, she'd be like, "Okay, bye, have a good day. I'm off to cook the books at Keener's."
Yeah, Sandy's the shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him audited.
Yeah. I was talking at with her at this latest barbecue, and I was like, "So Sandy, how are you doing?" We're inside the house, and she was like, "Well, yeah, it's going good. You look good. You feel you've lost a lot of weight." And I'm like, "Well, thank you, Sandy. It's good." She's like, "I'm like, so what are you up to?" And then right at that moment, her grandson, Keener's boy, Adley, took this little toy truck and just fucking rammed it right into her shin. It was like, ting! And she was like,
my
she
God.
just went, and I was like, "So how are you?" And she's like,
You're like, answer my fucking question.
"Yeah, I was. I didn't recognize."
You're being cunty.
She was in so much pain. She's trying to answer. She's like, "I'm like, good, and just taking it easy." And Athlete's going around playing, and she was paying. I'm like, "Okay, I see you, Sandy. You don't want to talk? Fine."
Just say you don't want to talk to me. You have to fake your shin being bad.
You are. You don't want to talk with me.
Oh my God.
We were trading Duff stories. There was the famous story about Duff meeting up with Greener and Benji and Paul and a couple other comics at the Santa Lucia after a show. And somehow they got into talking about money, about how Duff owed someone money.
Yeah, probably for the 12 shows they did at Odd Block.
Yeah. Because Duff, I think, was bitching out Paul for that. He's like, "Oh, you're getting wings? Don't you owe somebody $40? I guess someone owed Duff $40, Paul.
Duff would hate how much money Paul has now.
Yeah. Duff's up in heaven saying there is no God.
Make him furious.
Yeah. But and then Greener stepped in and was like, "Hey, Duff, don't be bitching at Paul about how he owes you money, okay? How much people do you owe money?" And then Duff lost it and just fucking went at each other. And then the next day,
He could really get your blood going and really get you into an argument. That was one of the things I loved. It's fun getting your blood boiled and getting worked up and trying to stand your ground and defend a point,
Dude,
Fun
and
getting into trouble.
yeah, if you're in an argument with Duff, he could go all fucking night.
Oh, yeah.
He would not let it go.
Oh, yeah.
It
People
was
are coming out of the kitchen like, what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on over here?
But the next day,
Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm at Mary Brown's for lunch. I get a call. It's Mike Green. I answer the phone. Mike Green's like, "Hey, listen, man. Me and Duff, we kind of got into it last night. He's probably going to give you a call. He's going to talk to you about money. Just ignore it." And I'm like, "All right, sounds good." Boom, I hang up. 45 seconds later, my Duff calls. I'm like, "Hey, man." He's like, "Hey, Tyler, I just got a question for you. Have I ever owed you money?"
No.
And I'm like, "Duff, you're fine. It's okay." But just a legendary.
Are you recording this call, Duff?
Yeah, totally.
You hear the click, 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 click.
Yeah, like, he's working for the feds.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, he was really, he really cared about setting up a show. He really cared about like the seating was so important to him to make sure it was like set up in a certain way. And the shows that the King said they had reached their climax in whatever year, around February 2013, 14 maybe.
Yeah.
And they were on the decline. And then before they were like dead and done, or they handed over to Verville to see if he could bring life back to it. But I remember Duff showed up. I don't know. He just had so much going on, and he's like fighting cancer, and he's keeping all that shit to himself. So who knows if he was like on chemo or whatnot? But he shows up, and it's like 9:20, and the show's supposed to be at 9.
Yeah.
And there's 6 people there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck, you guys? What the fuck?" He's like, comes in mad at us. You know,
He's
like,
pissed.
"What do you want?" And he's like, "The seats aren't set up right." And then he kicks these 6 people out so that he can reset up the chairs, and then sitting there, and it's like, well, they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
Like,
They're gone.
they're
Yeah.
gone.
No. I've gone to the King set before and sat down, waited for the show to start, and he canceled it.
Yeah.
In fact, you actually, one time I went to the U of M to do the Busted Muffler with you.
Oh,
His old radio show, him and Dan Hewen. And
Yeah.
we were...
Is that when you guys were
Oh,
black,
and
or is that a
Ryan
different
Ash.
radio show?
Ryan Ash was doing a character, Laser Bill Cosby, who happened to sound like maybe a black character.
Yeah, which morphed
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Black Ryan.
What was
That's
that
right,
one
yeah.
message you got from someone being like, I was such a fan of the radio show. Do you still have those files trying to get you to send them the audio? Like, I grew up listening to your radio. Can
Yeah.
you send me the audio?
He's like, dude, we burnt down the radio station to get rid of that. But you pointed to a poster and it had shits and giggles on it, and it was
Oh, yeah.
just me and you, and you were like, that's dying because, and then you pointed at a sticker that said hosted by John B Duff. That's dying. And I was like, damn, Winnipeg comedy is dark. Great times.
It's fun to call a friend that.
Yeah. And now we have the annual John B Duff Memorial Tournament.
Yes.
Where all we do is really talk shit about Duff. We still talk shit about that guy.
Yeah, in a loving way, you know?
In a loving way.
Yeah.
Because we miss him. We miss that guy.
We're now the microphone in the back of the room for his life.
Yep.
We get to interrupt it however we wish. That was the thing at the Cavern. You'd be doing your set, and he would be in the sound booth, and he would have a microphone. So he would bring up the next comic from a bucket, quote unquote. He would be going through it and kind of picking and choosing who is going to be next.
Yeah, we know how a
Outstanding.
bucket works.
Yeah.
Outstanding setup, though. I loved it.
I
man.
loved it too.
He was sick.
Because he did have kind of sometimes he would have a lineup, sometimes he would be just,
Yep.
at
if-
his whim.
But it was awesome because if someone was on stage and they were like maliciously bombing
Yeah.
where they were bad, he would just get on the God mic and be like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
All right. And then they would just play the music and then boom, he'd be like, all right, anyways, let's try to get over that with your next comic, blah, blah, blah. He was actually really good at that, man.
Moving.
He kept it moving.
Yeah, he kept it moving.
Yeah.
And, or if he liked the joke that you did, but he's like, you're moving on too quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, hey, go back, give me 2 other examples of that.
100%.
Honestly, very
It was great.
helpful.
Very
Yeah.
helpful.
The crowd knows that an open mic is practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then what's the harm? But again, there's nobody has reverence for anyone enough to take that sort of feedback, especially in a live environment, and be like, hey, thanks. Oh yeah, good idea. Let me, okay, what about this or that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, why is that guy ruining my set?
Some
Totally.
people
It's
just,
like, you were sucking. You suck shit. What are you
You
talking about?
sucked.
yeah.
And we've heard that joke before. Try
Yep.
new shit. Let's try to do new shit. Maybe you do bomb. I'm telling myself that. Fuck, dude. I'm still doing fucking Chanfloney on here for 5 people.
Great bet.
Anyways,
great bet.
yeah.
It's a great bet. It's a great bet, folks.
One time,
Hall of
Benji
Fame
hosted a show at I don't know, it was like secret venue downtown or whatever in the
Yeah.
Exchange, like down in the basement of that like art space, and they had a stage made of just like pallets.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, nobody stand in the middle. Duff goes up, immediately steps through the stage, and then looks around like, oh, how'd that happen? It's like, you fucking knew that was gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about Chelsea at all?
His partner?
His partner, Chelsea.
that's enough. No, I don't know. I never met.
Yeah, I don't know. He had a partner named Chelsea. I didn't really know too much about her.
I didn't know too much about her at all. I know she didn't come to the funeral.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
ChatGPT does not mention. So
Okay,
I know
all
he's
right.
got. I got to know his sister a little bit. Planning the funeral, she rules, and he's got a nephew Brody that I've chatted with a little bit, who went up at his funeral and spoke.
Sure,
for the
yeah,
open
yeah,
mic
yeah.
portion.
Nice. Okay.
Very funny, yeah. And his friend Shelly, I chat with, and He's got a friend, I think that works for the Ottawa Senators, who I keep trying to connect with when I'm in Ottawa.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
To get some free tickets.
To get some free tickets,
Yeah,
some
obviously.
free merch, hopefully get
My
a
friend's
jock
dead.
strap.
Can I have a jersey?
Please.
The Jets are going to kick your fucking ass. Can you get me a ticket?
But yeah, you know what? His because he was so active online and he was a part of that, like, I don't know, so many different fucking forums.
Yeah, man.
He has
connections.
close friends across the fucking world. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when he passed away, seeing all these posts and stories from people all over.
It's like a Jeff Sinclair. Shout out Jeff Sinclair here in Winnipeg. He's just got like connections all over the goddamn world. Yeah, with some heavy hitters, honestly.
Yeah,
I would love to have
yeah.
Jeff Sinclair on to tell me that K-pop story.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
It's one of the crazy stories I've ever heard in
He's
my life.
got crazy stories. Yeah.
How
But
his
anyways,
friends became in the K-pop band.
I never.
Oh.
You've never heard that story?
No.
For sure you've heard that story.
Well,
About how-
let's save it. Let's save it.
Yeah.
Let's save it for Jeff. But
Yeah, let's save it for when Jeff dies.
rest in peace, Jeff. I never saw Jeff and Duff hang out together. I guess Jeff
Never seen
only.
them in the same place.
You only what the? I guess Jeff only came back from Korea
Yeah.
after Duff. Yeah.
They did hang out together. I remember Duff went out there to do a tour, and I was like, Don, you haven't done stand-up in forever. And then he's like, yeah, okay, just put me up at Wee Johnny's. Let me headline. And I was like, okay. And he did like an hour, and it was maybe 15 minutes material, and he's just
Duff.
Yeah, Duff
Oh,
is just,
dude.
workshopping for an hour.
I was so pissed with him that night
Yeah,
because
right?
he was headlining the Wee Johnnies. It was a book show. He was headlining the Wee Johnnies. And yeah, for like 42 minutes, he's just flipping through his notebook, fucking around like it's an open mic. I was
Yeah.
like, Duff, it's the show. Do your act. Do your hour.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want my act? Here you go. Pulls out a deck of cards. Starts doing magic. I'm like, no, Duff, please.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
One thing I love about Duff is he did have a neck. I love to travel, and he was trying to see the Jets play in every barn.
That's
And I
sick.
think he got through most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I've wanted to do that, and I've seen a couple games in Buffalo and Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Toronto, fam.
Oh, Grody
Straight
Gerber.
Gerben in the fucking 300.
Grody in the 6, fam.
That's actually sick.
What else does ChatGPT tell you about John B Duff?
Just kind of sends you in
Wore a lot of
laps
plaid.
about
What was
how
early
much
life?
he loves packing. It doesn't
He's
have
a
anything.
Scottish-
It says born as a 52-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Born
he's
as a
Scottish.
52. Yeah,
So he
that's
got one
right.
good year in.
He was basically born as 52, I would say.
What are some old Duff bits? I remember the
Oh, well, there's the one. I've got a friend who is a little person and they have Down syndrome. If they show up and they're a little late, is it okay if I call them a little tardy?
there's also the one where
The
the cat's massaging his
Oh, his
crotch,
crotch.
looking in the mirror or something like that. Yeah, there was that one.
You want happy ending? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, a lot of good ones about like wiping. Which way do you wipe?
Yeah, yeah,
I get
on the
into
bottom,
the-
totally.
I get into it with the audience
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, he went back to front, but just
yeah.
right on the button. He's not going
right
over
on the
balls.
button. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that
People
one?
think I'm like smearing shit all over my
Yeah.
body.
I just like that it says he delivered a final courageous performance in a wheelchair at the Park Theater, materializing honesty and wit till the end. And it's like, yeah, he opened with saw Aquaman recently.
He said that is
Brave.
sick.
Yeah.
That is sick. He's in a wheelchair. He doesn't even talk about his cancer. He's got a new bit on Aquaman.
That is cool.
great.
That's what I liked about Norm too.
Yeah.
That was just like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm just done and then that's it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is cool. And he had his what do you call it? Celebration of life
Yeah.
at the Park Theater.
Yeah.
And they had his urn with his ashes up on stage.
Oh my God, yeah.
And we got hammered.
Yep.
We got loaded and
Tim spilled the ashes all over himself.
Yeah.
yeah, we did
Yeah.
lines of
A
ashes.
classic gag.
I love that gag.
One last pratfall.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let me walk
And if
out.
you don't like that, you got a cold heart. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Anybody want to bake a cake?
Yeah.
It was great.
Actually, the rumor has it, I can't confirm this is true in case someone could get in trouble, but maybe some of his ashes was mixed into some paint, and maybe that paint ended up on the stage of the Park Theater.
What? Oh God,
Yeah.
I've stepped on him.
Yeah,
That is complete hearsay.
That is hearsay.
Honestly, I have a
hearsay.
bottle of his cologne, that like Swiss Army cologne, and if
Damn.
I have a show where like I'm stressed, honestly, I just put it on, and I feel fucking like I feel like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
He smelled so good.
So good, dude.
Man, he always smelled great.
I bet he smells so bad now. Dude, it's ironic. I bet he reeks.
No, dude, you open that casket, it just reeks of Swiss Army. It smells so good.
Well, I think that's good, man.
I think that's good.
What a good tale of John B. Duff.
There's
If you
some clips
don't
of
know,
him-
if you didn't know, that's what life was like around these parts
Yeah.
when he was the sheriff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it was good, man. I'd love to see it get back to that. It's fun to talk about that and think about how just the comedy has evolved. Obviously, there's been COVID in the middle, so things kind of changed just because of that. But it was more of a community when the old sheriff was in town.
Yeah.
Should be an interesting next 5 years, with like the technology around resurrecting the dead and whatnot.
Cloning. Because we kept a little bit of his foreskin. There was so much of it.
Dude.
There was so much of it.
Hologram Duff.
Oh, it was droopy like a
Crazy.
snuffleupagus.
Totally.
You picture whatever you want. in your
Dude, we
head,
need AI Duff. Someone's got to make that on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
But I will say, first time I ever did stand-up comedy was at Cavern. And I said this at his funeral, but I went up there. I got blackout drunk. I did some material. I don't even know what I did that night. But when I was getting off stage, Duff said on the God mic, he said, "Hey, that was Tyler Penner, first time doing stand-up. Hope to see a lot more of him." And it was just a really welcoming thing to say. And then here the fuck we are today.
Yeah.
And so, Duff, just rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Glad the charges didn't stick. And
No, not all of them. Some probably still will.
yeah.
He's got post-mortem charges. Sorry, Duff. You're
We've linked him
gonna.
to 5 cases.
You will still answer for what you've done.
Oh my God!
Duff.
Though they found the minute missing in the Epstein video, and it's
It's tough.
It's tough feeding him feta salad.
He's giving Hillary Clinton shit.
Well,
fuck were you doing tonight?
What a treat of an episode of Prairie Dawgs.
That was great, dude.
Yeah.
Timbo.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, we'll have Tim back for a non-Duff based episode.
Yeah,
Maybe if I'm available.
it was a good cam. And if you're,
If you're here, who's jerking off in that room over there?
if you're a comic in Winnipeg, just know that Duff built up a lot of these, indirectly built up a lot of the venues you're doing stand up right now.
Yeah.
We
So I'm
stand on the shoulders of Duffs.
Yeah.
I'm not a big kiss the ring guy, but just pay your respects.
And if you're like, oh, everyone, why is all the comics so mean to me? Well, guess what? We're actually pretty fucking nice.
We're too nice.
We're actually pretty fucking
We're
nice.
too nice.
Yeah,
we should be a lot more aggressive with it.
And a lot of other scenes, you'd be getting finger popped by the veterans.
You'd be ignored.
We
or
never
flat out
we never
ignored.
try to finger pop you that
Yeah.
much.
No.
Why don't you go home and hug your bird?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, hug your bird and pay your bills.
Well,
Psycho.
tune in next time. Like, subscribe,
Yes.
follow Tim Gray Rules.
Oh, no, follow Lucy's Comedy
Follow
Club.
Lucy's Comedy Club. You can do both. You don't
I
have to
might
choose one
blow
or
up
the
my
other.
Instagram. I don't like it anymore.
All right, he's gonna get rid of it. At the time this comes out, it might not exist, and if it doesn't, claim that handle, sell it back to him at a later time.
Hell
Besides,
yeah.
he wants back on board.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Like your brother did with, what was it? Little Money?
Internet money.
Internet. Oh, algorithm shot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that. And just as a reminder for editing, we're gonna have to cut that, and we're gonna have to cut
The
when we said-
retarded.
No, that can stay, but the will have to go because YouTube will shit on that.
Shit on that.
okay.
And the extremely gay.
I liked that.
Okay, cool.
I
All
thought
right,
that
we're
was
keeping
fun
that in.
because it's like gay but extreme. So it's like roller. They get it.
Yeah,
Rollerblading.
yeah, yeah,
They'll
yeah.
get it.
Totally.
They'll get that idea.
Vertical
Yeah.
rush.
Well, great episode.
Great episode. Love you guys.
See you in the funny pages.
See you next time.
The